how to deal with reoccurring emotions, negative reoccurring emotions. I got this question like a while back from one of my homies, but I didn't really go into depth. I feel like now I can actually go into depth with explaining how to deal with reoccurring emotions and how to live in a way where they won't be reoccurring. I have mentioned meditation. A lot of people have told me, when I meditate, you know what I'm saying, I'm having bad thoughts. And I'm like, why am I thinking like this when I meditate? And it's because you're supposed to. You are gonna be revealed to your mind when you meditate. I talked about the law of relativity and how to actually use it. I can't fully explain how to use the law until I fully learn how to use the law. I talked about meditation as a way to use that second law, but it's not enough. I didn't have enough understanding to actually explain a way for people to use this law. What's the next step? Where do they go from there? You know what I'm saying? I basically came up with a way to meditate, to deal with negative thoughts. It's not your job to stop, it's your job to analyze it and to then let it pass. But, you know what I'm saying? That's the answer, but how do I do it? All right, you meditate to compartmentalize. What is compartmentalization? All right, y'all know I love etymology, niggas, so I'm gonna do it. Compartment. Mentalize. You're mentalizing compartments inside of yourself. When you meditate and them thoughts come through, compartmentalize those feelings. You know what I'm saying? You're identifying what it is you're feeling when you compartmentalize. And you need to compartmentalize to reinforce. Meditate and compartmentalize together so you can become aware of what you're feeling internally. And then you're also going to compartmentalize to reinforce these negative emotions and feelings or whatever you're dealing with. So how do you reinforce it? Right? This is the piece that I was fucking missing. You have to identify what it is, why you feel that way, and where it's coming from, which is what you saw me do yesterday. Then identify how you can change it. This is to be sure that you move on from it. So you need to think of new habits to positively reinforce negative emotions. In other words, ways to cope. Psychology is very alchemical. That's what I'm coming to learn. And alchemy is very psychological. An example of how you could compartmentalize to reinforce negative feelings and emotions is working out. Working out to counteract feelings of depression, self-pity, and anger. How can working out, you know what I'm saying? How can working out make me feel, that's not gonna fix my depression, like nothing. But see, what people do when they do that is you've already compartmentalized something. You're already aware of it. Instead of saying, I will go and exercise and I will give it a chance, I will open myself to a new way of thinking. Essentially, you're denying a new way of thinking, a new way of life that could positively benefit you. So before, you know what I'm saying, you ask how it can affect and how it can help, you have to ask if you even want to help yourself. But when you exercise and you work out, this releases endorphins. And endorphins are like little switches connected to your brain and your nervous system. That's why they're so important for psychological health. They trigger positive and energizing emotions, almost like a natural high after running a mile or just working out. I was one of the people that questioned, how can working out help me? When I first came into martial arts, it was for my anger. As I started to get more and more into it, I learned that, oh shit, I feel good. Like mentally, I learned that I got a great psychological benefit from it. I learned that I started to do it more and more for up here than I was doing it to release shit. It's not that working out, exercising, or martial arts is going to completely diminish and get rid of every negative emotion that I feel or have been feeling or might feel in the future, is that it is a positive way to reinforce them whenever I have to deal with them. People need to meditate, to compartmentalize their emotions and their thoughts. And then you need reinforcement to make sure that you're able to let go of whatever you identify. Lose your desire for control. Be open to new ways of thinking, new perspectives. Be more open to positive ways of living. With everything you do, you kind of got to prioritize a better way of living. Like for me, I know y'all probably see me post that shit on my story. All them yellow notes over there, that's a fucking program for me to not only get better at martial arts, but it's a way to discipline myself. So if I know I gotta practice them every day, that's me being open to a positive way of living, because I compartmentalize something. Then I not only compartmentalized it, I reinforced it in my life and made a way for me to improve. Little shit, one little reinforcement that will in essence make me feel better about myself, instead of choosing to simply not do it. In a way, you are running. Why are you running? Anyway, you are running. There are many ways to be a coward. Ask yourself the hard question. You are running away when you're not choosing the positive reinforcement. I think there are people that take a risk, and there are people that continue as they are.